My name is Julia Rose. I'm a psychic medium and Reiki master, and I pray this message finds you at the precise time you need it. As always, take what resonates with you and leave the rest for everyone else to find, as these are timeless collective readings. Sometimes the whole thing will resonate, sometimes it might just be one central point or theme, and anything in between. So I'm going to call everyone in who's meant to hear this message today. Hey, Lisa. I'm excited. Spirit had me reflecting on downloads for you. And as always, we start these messages not just with my little prayer of welcome, but also with a bit of energy healing. So we're going to get that started today, just letting the smoke burn from the sage. If you're open to receiving this medicine, this energy healing, this energy activation, we're tapping in with 333 today, okay, everyone? If you're open to receiving, we're tapping in with the angel number 333. And Spirit could not have picked a better number for this message, I tell you. If you're new here, welcome. I'm happy you found your way here. It's not a coincidence. Never is. Summer, hi. I've been thinking about you. How's it going? Unknown something, welcome. Welcome in, everyone. Always starting these live streams, these channeled messages with an energy activation, to which we're tapping in with 333. My little bucket of crystals here. Let's see what's working for you today, fam. Okay. Very interesting combination. Okay. We're going to be starting with the bloodstone, okay? A lot of journaling to do, okay. I feel that. This was a beautiful gift by a wonderful being that I met this weekend. So if you're new here, welcome. Welcome in. To everyone watching this live stream at a later point, I appreciate your patience in the typical live stream, you know. I don't want to say delays, but the interaction. I appreciate you, and I hope you feel as invited and as welcome as everyone else. Again, if you're open to receiving this energy activation, we're tapping in with 333, the symbol of angelic guidance, of harmony between mind, body, and spirit. Laura, welcome. Sovereign, welcome. Harmony and alignment between mind, body, and spirit, but also finding the perspective that feels just right. It just feels right. I'm really excited about this message today. I know you'll take a lot from it. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome again. I always, always, always pray that these videos find you at the precise time you need them. You're so welcome. We're tapping in with 333, angel number 333. If you're open to receiving not just the Reiki, but the message too. I don't always say that, but it's there between the lines. You're activating your receptivity to this entire thing. You're welcome to call in your spirit teams as well. Just invite them to experience this moment with you. And we're moving to the pink tourmaline. Welcome in. Some of you might feel this around the meridian that runs here in front of the ear. Especially those of you who've been clenching your jaw. I want you to take a deep breath in. And a nice big exhale. Good. One more, just like that, in your own time. Nice big inhale. And a heavy exhale. If you're open to receiving not just this Reiki, but the message today, we're tapping in with 333. Yeah, that's moving a lot out of your heart space, out of your solar plexus. That feels a lot better, Spirit. Wow. Okay. And then a little bit of purple fluorite. I don't think I've ever actually used this stone, so I'm excited. Yeah. I'm telling you, this download's coming in so heavy. We got a lot to discuss today, Zach. Welcome. Welcome in, everyone. If you're open to receiving this energy activation and the subsequent channeled message, we're tapping in with 333 today. My name is Julia Rose. If you're new here, welcome. I love you. And if you're returning, you already know that I love you. And welcome back. Mm-hmm. Welcome in, everyone. I'm excited to bring you these important messages today about the power of resistance in your life. Again, we're tapping in with 333 if you are open to receiving. I just want to throw it out there. There's going to be something that comes up for a lot of you who've been on the fence about booking a reading with someone. I'm not here to convince you that person is me. I think my work speaks for itself. But just know that I'm always here for you, whatever you need, okay? I offer different lengths of readings and different modalities so that they'll be available to you in a way that's accessible, okay? The link to book with me is in the description box below. The Reiki's still coming through a little bit, but I'm going to dial it down because I want this to be not just a channeled message, but I feel that it needs to come along with the energy activation. So again, I really do need your consent for this. Thank you for your blessing. I appreciate you, Sovereign. I do need your consent to continue channeling Reiki throughout the course of this message. And I'm going to set the intention that the people who find this message, their higher selves, are aware of this being a energetically charged, so shall we say, message. All right. So some of you have not been giving yourselves permission to fully live your lives. And you can see the lights flickering. This permission that you're looking for really does come from within you. If you're new here, just know that I don't hold back with these messages. And it's going to be very light energy coming through to support the message and also helping you find the realizations that will help you draw connections and overcome your perspective of resistance that keeps you running from it. Humans are hardwired to seek out the familiar, whether or not that's actually comfortable or safe, because it's what your brain and your body are conditioned to understand. It's what you unconsciously seek. This is why patterns get created in your life. Cycles, if you will. Some of you know the experience of meeting the same person in different bodies, or having the same kind of luck when it comes to taking your shot with something. Maybe that's auditions or even sports, job applications, whatever it is. There's a belief here that spirit has been trying to draw your awareness to and towards, that will help you uncover the wealth of information that resides in you. And it's very funny, interestingly enough, because I feel like you have done so much work to really clear your mind, to feel safe in your body. And yet it's for some reason right now, whenever this message is finding you, that you're feeling like the not so nice voices in your mind are louder than normal. They're louder than normal. And it's because it's spirit trying to show you that you are actually in control, regardless of whatever you're thinking that doesn't resonate with you. Understand that you are not controlled by these thoughts. They are an echo of the past. They are an echo of fear. Your distractions become stronger, or energies try to distract you around things that are actually very important to you. So some of you have been feeling incredibly frustrated, yeah, frustrated with the things that you've been wanting to accomplish, but you keep feeling like you get a little bit into it and then something happens and you just get redirected. Or there's a sensation of really like you're hitting a wall, even though it's something that you really want, but that wall, that resistance is trying to show you what's really important to you. And it's trying to show you that there's a belief that you're coming up against, that you're ready to shift while moving in the direction towards the direction of what matters to you. That's highlighting your values. So for some of you who've been struggling, for example, with a consistent meditation practice, when you do get back around to it and you really sit in and sink into that presence and allow yourself to just let go and receive whatever comes to you, even if that's just listening to the birds or the wind in the leaves, you're starting to find that these things feel good. And up to this point, you haven't had some belief system in place that encouraged you to keep doing new things because new things that you desire feel good. A lot of you have held the belief that working hard hurts. But it's really your body's way of redirecting you towards what is actually your destiny. Hard work doesn't hurt when you're doing what you love. What you love. Yeah, what you're loving, what you are in alignment with. Which is why this 333 message is so impactful for what Spirit is trying to convey, what your spirit team is wanting to teach you at this time. That you get to choose. You always get to choose how you respond and what your intentions are. If you set an intention to be focused, but you believe that that's not possible, then setting that intention is going to raise the subconscious belief also that distractions always come to you. You tell yourself, I always get so distracted when I'm working on blank. So that's what gets created, right? And that wall, that measure of resistance, even though it's something that you're working on that you love, or participating in, or creating that you love, it doesn't have to be that much tension. There doesn't have to be distractions. It can just be, oh, well, I'll jot that down for later, and then let it go. You're choosing the way that you are starting to embody your intentions, but really understanding the power of how you speak about things. I have a little note sheet here, and Spirit's kind of just, I'm just talking from the energy, talking from my heart and channeling through. I have a whole bunch of notes here for you, and I've touched on a few of them. But it feels like you're getting to this point in your journey right now where you're so aware of yourself. You know what you want. You know what you're in love with, who you're in love with. What makes you feel good. What feels healthy and vibrant to you. When you understand this, and understand also even more importantly that you deserve it, all of the resistance becomes a little bit of friction. It's like how if you're going up several flights of stairs and your quads start burning. It's not that you're not getting where you're trying to go, it's just that the effort of getting there is getting you there. So I brought my journal down because I've been channeling messages from my spirit team, and I felt like there were a few things that I needed to share with you from those messages. And I wrote the most important ones here. And direct quote, "You're not ridiculous for wanting what you want. What is ridiculous is thinking that you don't deserve it." And I was smacked. I was smacked. Because the reality of the situation is, if you're seeing people win around you, if you're seeing people get what they want all around you, then isn't that just an example of it being possible for you too? This is where your reflection work comes into play. Some of you might call that mirror work, in the mirror of others, looking for yourself. And others of you might use that as an invitation to see, okay, well, what about me is bothered by this? Because from the perspective of jealousy or envy, you want something that someone else has, but you don't feel like you deserve it, and they do. But what makes you any less deserving of what you desire? Other than bridging the gap in your audacity. Your audacity to live a life that you want. Your audacity to care about what you care about and work towards what matters to you. It doesn't have to be this constant fight. I mean, Spirit was even showing me the example of like how you say something triggers you. The word trigger in and of itself carries such an energetic vibration that automatically the reaction of sensations in your body feels like it's not in your control. And that it's difficult and painful for you to work through. And while those things might be true, could you also say that there were feelings or memories that were brought to the surface that you would rather not feel or remember? Describing the same thing in different ways to help the energy affect you in the way that's actually going to help you move forward. This is the point of shadow work. This is the point of trying to get to know yourself, to understand that your words really do have power. They really, really do. How's this resonating for you? It feels like I'm pulling things from all over the place. Y'all always tell me that it makes sense. But stream of consciousness is like that sometimes. I'm going to pull some charms a little bit later, but I feel like I need to pause that there. You're crying. I can't tell if that's good or bad. Are you okay? I mean, ultimately, the conclusion of this message is that you just don't have to be so hard on yourself anymore. You really don't. Okay? Just breathe it in. Breathe in the sage. Let it release you. Let it release you. Okay? You don't have to be so hard on yourself. Because that kind of pressure that you're placing on yourself is not necessary. Not anymore. Thank you for the feedback, everyone. It's nice to know you're still engaged. And I know I have a tendency to just like, bleh, and I know that you're sitting there taking it in, but I want to know that you're still here with me. Okay? I made some of my nettle tea. Spirit was trying to get me to drink this all afternoon, and I was like, later, I am doing this, I'm doing that. And I didn't realize how right they were. So, again. So, okay, yeah. Thanks, bestie. So, one of the other things that was coming up was your understanding of validation. Hi, we love you. Thanks. Hi, I love you too. So, your understanding of validation, okay? A lot of you have been kind of feeling like you're crawling around in the dark, trying to understand if you're on the right track, okay? But you are. And I think you know that, and I think Spirit's been trying to tell you for some time that you are on the right track, okay? And you've just been needing validation that you are correct, Hello. You are needing validation that your instinct is leading you correctly. See? Do you see? It's like even you're like asking your spirit team, but it's also like you're asking yourself for this permission, for this confirmation. Okay? Sidebar here, some of you are going to be clearing very impactful karmic contracts in the next 3 to 5 business days. From whenever you find this. And if you receive that, again, all you have to do is receive this message, activate that with a 333, okay? Tell your spirit team that you're ready. Again, it's part of your intention setting. A karmic contract, karma is the parameters for the lessons that we learn when we come to Earth. And a contract is a particular lesson that we must learn. Contracts can change. Oh, were you really? Right on track, Sovereign. Karmic contracts can change, and you're not supposed to, okay, they're supposed to change, fam. Let's talk about this for a sec. That's a very good question. Thank you, Leah. You are not supposed to be the same person when you start your life as when Spirit says it's your time. Okay? You're not supposed to be the same person, which means the things that interest you are going to change. The kinds of shows you watch, if you consume like movies and movies and movies and TV and TV and TV, or you read a lot of books, maybe in a certain phase of your life you're reading this kind of book, or you're reading this kind of book now, or your passion projects evolve, or some of these things you're ready to step into, but Spirit needs to make sure that you're ready to handle the power of your gifts before you can step up into your power a bit more. So again, that is a karmic time delay, which is a Spirit approved lesson that you have to go through. Okay? And these contracts don't stick around when you finish the lesson, okay? They can, but that's why it's important that you're doing conscious things. Like, okay, like what Sovereign just dropped here, karmic meditation last night, probably going back into the Akasha and tearing up contracts that do not serve you anymore. It is on your highest timeline to be able to change those things. You're allowed to change your mind when you get here, okay? The Creator gave you that much free will so that you would have the opportunity and invitation and free ability to be able to make new choices, establish new contracts. Passing you the torch. So, are all karmic contracts bad? No. Are some of them, I mean, what is bad? Difficult, painful sometimes. Not always, though, because your destiny is also a karmic contract. Your inheritance is also a karmic contract. But again, these things change with your free will decisions. So that's why I'm here to hype you up and make sure you stay on the right track. It's your girl, Julia Rose. Y'all already know what's up when you find yourself here. If you're new, welcome again. So, some of these things that you've been facing time and time and time again, like some of you have the actual contract to learn how to master your time, to be more disciplined. Okay? Some of you have the contract where you are here to learn how to let go of control and surrender. Of course, that's part of the process for everyone, but no two can of worms are the same, okay? And you're going to be brought the right people across time and space, whether it's on social media, like platforms such as this, or in real life, that are meant to just say really random things to you out of the blue that resonate with you insanely, or someone that you're meant to help. Okay? So, a lot of you have been so attached. Oh my gosh. Oh, this message hits so hard. It hits me so hard. Hey, welcome in. You're right on time. So, oh, Spirit, give it back. It hit me so hard that I forgot what it was. Bring it back! So, again, some of you have been trying to live really fast, okay? You've been trying to live really, really fast and manifest really, 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 really fast, to the point that things come and then they just get blocked out of your vortex because you haven't surrendered enough resistance that would allow it to stay as a vibrational match. And of course, these things are timed and planned by Spirit, okay? Some of these manifestations that are really amazing, but they take time for you to integrate, that's on purpose. It's not all supposed to happen at once. That's part of the gift of being in a human body, okay? Because when you're in spirit, things are like this. They're instantaneous, okay? It's not supposed to be that way here, because you're here to be able to learn things that you can't learn when you're not in a body. Now, that's not to say that you're not all incredibly advanced light workers, because you are. You wouldn't be sitting here watching me if you weren't, all right? And I mean, that could be any tarot reader or anyone that is a healer and a guide to you that resonates with you in such a way that they call you forward, okay? They call you by inviting you to break free. Whoever that is in your life. Light workers come in all forms. So, what you're seeing here is that part of your, or what Spirit's having me highlight for you, is that part of what you've been missing in this surrender is being unable to trust the timing of when cycles, lessons, and manifestations fully complete. Some of you have been working through a lot of, time constraints, yes, like deadlines, whatever. But I'm seeing that you're in a rush to get through your entire life, to just skip to the end. But the whole point of life is being where you are. And that's where you're really going to see all of the magic, all of the miracles, all of the abundance. It's in the growth process, right? It's in overcoming everything that you never thought you'd be able to let go of. It's in your persistence, your determination to remind yourself that you are more powerful than distractions. You are more powerful than interference. It is a belief in you that says otherwise. How am I doing on my list here, Spirit? Oh, so in that same line of thinking, Spirit asks directly, why are you pushing yourself out of the flow process? You finally sink into it and you're like, okay, yeah, we're doing it. This feels pretty good. I'm like in my body and stuff, and got a cool, calm, clear mind. I feel great. Okay, now we gotta go do this, and you let your mind run away with you again. And for some of you, it's because of a belief that you've been holding on to that these things aren't within your control. It's not just fear, but that's the invitation, isn't it, Sovereign? Because it's important to you. It's a fear of feeling that good. It's a fear of that depth. It's a fear of that presence because you haven't been safe to be present. That's why a lot of you have been recovering from dissociation, addictions of all sorts. You're learning how to be here now. Sadowski, I want to say that if you're focused on what happens after this life, then you're not here living. And there's something here that you're afraid to look at. Some of you have been so afraid of messing up. You've been so afraid of doing the wrong thing, of making a mistake, that you haven't even been letting yourself try. Try to be different, try to become healthier, try to learn the things that you know you are here to learn, to try the things that you're here to accomplish. The only judgment that you experience in your life is the judgment that you place on yourself and then becomes mirrored around you. So, Spirit also gave me this download for this, what they're calling this let live energy. Live and let live. Okay? Live and let live. Which means that you are becoming more aware of how you're operating within your own being and how you are consciously creating your reality. And that when you vibrate to a certain level, you start to see very clearly. You start to see very clearly what's going on around you. And you want to help. So you try to call people out. And it doesn't work. And that's a manifestation of fear actually coming to the forefront. The attempt to control. The attempt to control is telling you that you don't feel like you can control what happens in your own life. That what happens in your life is decided by the whims of others and the actions and consequences of others. I do personal readings. Do not be sorry for asking that directly. I said, for those of you who've been here from the start of this message, you know that I said, for those of you who've been looking for a reading but haven't known the person, I pray you find me right now. Hi. Book with me, please. Gen X, oh, cute. Gen XC. Yes, please book with me. I'm ready when you are. Welcome in. Yeah, so a lot of you, again, these are a lot of, this is why the karmic contracts conversation was coming into this, right? Because you're not even aware of how much some of these lessons that you're working through right now have been lessons and wounds inflicted and received from time immemorial. Again, you don't have to believe in reincarnation. This is my belief. This is my belief, my truth. Okay? Welcome in. So, as you're starting to understand how much of your potential you haven't actually been allowing yourself to explore. It's enabling you to let others live their own journey. And a product of that control has been not feeling safe enough in your own reality, or like you can trust yourself, but you can't. You can trust yourself. Spirit says you have nothing to lose but everything to gain. And I want you to really feel that. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain by giving yourself full permission to release the past and decide that you deserve the life of your dreams. You deserve that. And anyone or anything that makes you feel otherwise, that has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Because happy people don't try to make other people miserable. Okay? Happy people are happy to see others happy and help where they can, but won't get in the way. Will not interfere. Y'all have already been trying to meddle. You've tried meddling. You've tried helping. You've tried saving people. But you're tired. You're allowed to be tired because that work is not yours to do. It's exhausting. You have enough of it of your own without having to worry about everyone else. And isn't that the paradox? That once you finally let go of being attached to how others should or shouldn't behave, that you find that being yourself, focusing on yourself, working on yourself, doing what you love, tending to your health, tending to your needs, whatever it is, that suddenly everything around you starts to shift. And mirror that. Because you led by example. Not by controlling, but by embodying what you need to level up. Saying what you gotta say. Doing what you have to do. Live and let live. You don't need to carry everyone with you where you're going because you've been waiting for people. You've been waiting for your soul tribe. You've been waiting for your soul tribe for so long. And your soul tribe is gonna mirror the version of you that is going to meet them, right? And you know what you have to let go of. You know what beliefs you're ready to dissolve. You know. And that's okay. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive, accept, and trust yourself. Spirit affirms. Your future is unfolding here and now. Your future is unfolding here and now. Okay? You owe it to yourself to fully dive in. Spirit's asking you to enjoy being an active part of the creation process. Again, that's where the magic is. Your intention, your presence, your movement. Spirit might be calling you to be working with affirmations at this time. If that's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. Spirit would like me to pull some charms. I think I got through everything on that list. Yeah, Spirit, how would you like me to articulate that? I'm going to pull some charms. But there's something else they'd like me to dive into as well. Yeah, living and let live. Live and let live. Direct download. This is what they said. Live and let live means allowing others to be accountable for their own actions, their own choices, and not assuming, especially if these were things that hurt you, that you invited these things. Even if you didn't stand up for yourself, or whatever the heck you're going to tell yourself to make you feel like you did something to deserve this. You didn't. But what you can do is not let it define you anymore. And say, yeah, well, that's then. This is now. I'm free. I get to make a new choice because I get to live the life that I choose. I deserve that. Okay, we're almost here. That's it. I heard that's the one. Okay. So, let's see here. What confirmations and further messages do we have for you today? Yeah, some of you said click block delete. Block delete. Block delete. Block delete. Again, some of you are very good at burning bridges. Some of you are uncomfortable with letting go of people that hurt you. I feel like there are some energy vampires that you have contracts with in the Akasha that maybe you're separated from these people, but you're needing to, yeah, because we got the teeth, I have to show you. That you are learning that it's okay to want to cut ties. It's okay to not try to save people from themselves. And we come back to the conversation of karmic interference. And I know I heard someone here be like, well, that's harsh. I hear. Well, that's harsh. But saving yourself has been a full-time job, fam. And they're not going to learn until they understand. They're not going to learn until they actually understand and are forced to look at everything they've done. Well, the word karma actually in Sanskrit means action. Action and therefore action and reaction. So, consequences to actions. You've heard what goes around comes around, right? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. In order for people to follow your example, you must first save yourself. If you're looking for deeper connections with people, you have to initiate them and be vulnerable and be comfortable with intimacy. And if you're not, then that's a question to ask yourself. Why? Is it because this person doesn't make me feel safe? I don't think this person is capable. I don't feel like anyone will like me. I don't feel like I'm comfortable because they'll just see me and think that I'm ugly. All these kinds of things. All these kinds of things in your head, based on your experiences. Your brain is looking for excuses not to grow and not to glow. But your conscious awareness, when you consciously choose what it is that you do, that sets the tone and overrides everything. That is your intention. Where your intention sets your attention. And where your attention goes, energy flows. And that is what is created. I'll say it again. Your intention drives your attention. And when your attention is clear and focused, whatever it is, energy flows there. And that is what's created. Keep your eyes on the prize, said Spirit. Okay, we had the teeth, and we have the dragonfly. This is the second time the dragonfly is coming out to confirm for you. Oh my gosh, that was the first message that was supposed to come out, Spirit. Sorry. You have spider spirit guides that are very, very much protecting you and guiding you through this phase in your journey, okay? Very, very, very much present with you. I forgot what I was saying because I was trying to read the comment. What'd you say? Yeah, like, you're all good people. Good people still make mistakes. But you've learned from everything that you've made a mistake over, okay? You're a good person. Again, dragonflies are confirmations of very important, powerful breakthroughs in your reality. We also have the bat here. So a lot of you, I'm hearing, it's like picking up on a nocturnal energy, but also that this is a confirmation. I'll show you. It's a confirmation of your learning how to validate your own instincts. So you think about it, bats fly everywhere with echolocation. They're basically blind, and they emit a sound. Like, they emit a frequency that then ricochets off of their surroundings and then washes back at them, and they have to trust that they're feeling correctly so they know how to not get dead. Okay? So that's like you're learning echolocation, all right? You're learning how to trust that the feedback that you're asking for, you have the ability to validate for yourself. You're learning how to validate yourself. What a powerful message. What a powerful message. Okay, open heart. Heart chakra activation's like, whoa, as confirmed with the Reiki when we started this message. Heart chakra awakenings, heart chakra expansions. We have a fairy here. You could be connecting with the fairies, or you could like fairy tales. Hello, hello. Maybe Tinkerbell. I think I said that. We have a cat. I'm hearing cat sitting. Some of you could have a cat, or you could be a cat sitter. You could like cats. Maybe you have a cat spirit guide that's coming through like, hello. Uh-huh. Same thing with a dog here. What am I looking at? Interesting. Okay, so these downloads that came through earlier. Okay, I'll show you the dog. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. What can I do? So maybe it's a terrier. It doesn't really look like a terrier, but maybe some of you it's a terrier here. Welcome in. What also? Oh, see, there's just so much here that my brain's like, oh my god, what? I- I'm seeing that's how excited you're getting about how things are really working out for you. I think you're actually afraid of how powerful a creator you are. And I'm getting the sense that you get that download and that you see this in your reality playing out. Maybe you get this message from other readers, other psychics, that you're afraid of all of the success that you can actually accomplish. Yeah, right. Jupiter, that fits with that energy, right? Of abundance and gifts, surprises. What's next here, Spirit? So fascinating. Really? Okay, we're gonna go with the dragon. It's a different dragon charm that I haven't pulled before. And actually, most of the messages tonight are from the dragons. Yes, I meant to say when I started that this message was sponsored by the spirit, or the spider spirit, which it is. It's talking about your intentions weaving the fabric of your reality, but also trusting that in the moments where you're learning and you're moving through the work to change your mind about certain things, to open up and receive more, that things aren't falling apart. Spirit's holding you. Spirit's like, on belay the freak on, okay? You can climb that wall. What? Some of you rock climb? Or, yeah. I just heard on belay on. Down below. Something like this. Spider spirit. Also confirmations of abundance. Yeah, another thing, dog with a bone. Oh, yeah, dog with a bone, but also some of you needing to be more conscious about your calcium intake. Okay? More conscious about your calcium intake. That's specific. That's not for everyone here. I showed you the dragon, bone, the dog. We had a couple owls come out. All of this wisdom that you're integrating, all of this wisdom that you're allowing yourself to validate, that is coming from inside of you, from within you. Times 2. The only other double that we have here tonight, I'll show you in a second. Yeah, those are also, wow, making my third eye and crown go crazy. That's interesting. Yeah, very powerful third eye and crown activations at this time for you. And the fairy again. So this dreamlike quality is washing over your reality because you're letting yourself believe in the best. Let me correct that, and add to it, you're letting yourself believe that you deserve the best. Again, trusting the process, but also knowing that spirit always has your back and wants you to love yourself as much as they love you. I couldn't even spit that out. That was so powerful. Wow. No, bestie, we're not playing with the charms again. Okay? My spirit guide likes to play like flag football with them. I said no. Seahorse. So that's actually the King of Cups in a deck that I had. Yeah, just again, speaking to this emotional mastery, which brings me to another message that Spirit wanted me to remind you of. Manifesting and focusing your intentions for the way you want to feel, over and above the things you want to get done. Because then it becomes, well, I want to do this, and it becomes a whole laundry list of chores. And you're not really as empowered necessarily to do that as you are to feel excited about everything you're meant to do and to look forward to everything that's in alignment with you in any given day. I just heard Spirit say life is what happens when you're not expecting it. Okay? Cold literally always, it's my prayer, man. I'm telling you, I come out here, I do what I need to do, and I let Spirit take care of the rest. I'm happy you're here when you need it. When you need me. We have the Lotus. Again, confirming that some of you have been wanting to be a little bit more disciplined about your meditation practices. And also believing that you can sustain a consistent practice. That's powerful right there. Not just wanting it, but believing that it's going to be easy for you. Bam. We have a soccer ball. I said something about sports earlier. So maybe soccer is a confirmation for you. Maybe some of you are healing your childhood as it relates to sports teams. That's specific. What else? Beautiful tree of life. I feel like some of you have a crystal wire wrapping that's similar to this one. Okay, you can kind of see it better that way, maybe? And then the key. This is like... I was not expecting that, Spirit. I was not expecting that. I was like, it looks like a key to a mailbox. And then I turn it around and it goes, bam, faith. So maybe some of you are waiting on a letter, you're waiting on some news, you're waiting on some information. Have faith. Have faith. I don't know. I just wanted to break out into song, which is new and interesting, but okay. And then we have, I wanted to say, I have no idea what the heck. I don't know what she's holding. Maybe that's me holding my crystals doing Reiki. I don't know. Could be she, could be he. I don't know. What are you holding here? What is this? The missing piece I just heard. The missing piece. And their Spirit bringing it right in for you. Something you've been missing. That you've been waiting for. I don't know. I just want to start laughing hysterically. Spirit, what the heck is going on? Did I show you the pentacle? Yeah, you guys need to get grounded. There are so many light codes coming in right now that are making your body go boop-de-boop, okay? You really need to be grounding yourself in meditations, all right? And if you don't know how to ground yourself, please research grounding. And if none of that works for you, then you need to book with me, all right? Because that's a bigger issue than just not being grounded. And we have a serious Reiki to do. So, the pentacle. Some of you, this is about protection, protection of finances, protection of your material reality. Some of you have been focusing on building your financial literacy, or you've been wanting to make some money moves. What's that, Cardi B? red bottoms, and bloody shoes. Yep. Okay. And this is a butterfly. Do we have a butterfly here? No. Lots of wings, though. Lots of wings. So you could be seeing feathers too. There is a feather charm here that didn't come out today. But this is also just reminding me that see, this is another thing that my dragon told me. It's like you're so afraid of falling when you jump and you take that leap of faith that you forget that you actually have wings, okay? You forget that you've been preparing lifetimes to fly. And you are ready for this. And the second you burst out of the chrysalis after being a caterpillar and almost getting squashed, that you just went into hiding, you've been in hermit mode for quite some time, then now you're ready to step out. And that's okay. Just means spirit's with you. Ask what it means. Okay, we have leaves here. So I'm seeing something come to fruition around fall, the fall time, when the leaves are starting to fall off the trees. That's very specific. Some of you could be studying botany. That's another specific thing here. Some of you are into thrifting or sustainable fashion. Then sustainably sourced materials. That's another message. And then finally we have this little sewing machine, which again, it's like you putting in the work. There's something that's really detailed oriented that you're working on right now. And you've been feeling like it's going to take too much out of you to just sit down and absorb the information. But give yourself the opportunity to do it in a way that flows with you. You don't need to have unrealistic expectations about how much you can accomplish, especially when you're learning something new, okay? It's not always just going to be one and done. That's not practical, and that's really not human. So give yourself human grace. Give yourself the grace, all right? That's all I have for you today. Yeah, I feel like the message is done. Spirit's like, the message is complete. Yeah, wow. I'll leave you with a little bit of a reset. You're welcome. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to stay connected with you and to serve you however resonates with you on your journey. You can check out my website for everything that I'm doing. I have a lot of interests, as you will discover. All right. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one, fam. If you are not over on Patreon, I want to encourage you to check that out because I upload part 2s to the messages here on YouTube, as well as upload exclusive healings and exclusive channeled messages. And I'm about to record another one. So I'll see you in the next one. You're so welcome. Oh, when'd you sneak in there, Christina? Hello. You're welcome, Sean. Oh, geez. I love it. I'll see you all in the next one. I know, I can feel that you're like, but no. I know, guys, I miss you too. I miss you too. I miss you too. Spirit's been having me work on a lot behind the scenes. Announcement here also, for those of you that are still tuned in, I appreciate you. And I teach Kundalini Reiki system and have a course that is 8 weeks long. Well, it was, but now it's going to be according to the pace that you take it. And I'm going to suggest that it's still 8 weeks minimum, but I'm going to be transferring that over to Udemy, so it'll be entirely self-paced, okay? So you're going to be able to have your attunements, all the modules, all the guided meditations, all the material, everything is going to be there, okay? And I'm really excited to prepare this offering for you because I am I am so grateful to have learned so much in being able to teach the live classes that we're just wrapping up the second one now. I wanted it to be accessible to each and every one of you because I know some of you have not been able to participate due to time constraints. So, come in soon. Expect it early July, okay? I love you. And I'll see you in the next one. Y'all take care. Happy day, night, evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Let me know what resonates with you from this message because I do like going through your comments and checking them out. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Lisa, for so diligently dropping all the links in the chat here. They're also going to be in the description box of this video. So that's going to be links to my Oracle deck, messages from your future self. Ooh. Sometimes it's so funny. It's so funny being on social media. Like, I know for those of you who are doing this stuff too, like, you're just like, what the heck? Who am I? But I think it's fun. Messages from your future self. It's 59 messages channeled to assist you in moving forward. It comes in a black velvet pouch. Ooh, so cute. See, I can't even take myself seriously sometimes. Okay, I guess they wanted to come out. What do you need to know? I know, I'm getting spirit high sillies, okay? Hey, what's good? Welcome in. One message to leave you with, collective. Ugh. And then I really gotta go because I'm losing steam. Alright, it's late. And I'm a grandma. Just kidding. But I do like to wake up early and go to sleep early. Alright. Spirit, can we get one last message to leave the collective with today? Or there's two, or there's none, or there's three. I don't know, but it would be nice. Oh, they almost came out. Not taking them. They're like... I just got slapped. They were like, we want them to be validating themselves because that was the whole point of this message. I'm telling you, I try to take it easy on you. Spirit is so rough on me. Well, that's the message, fam. I can't. Alright, that's it. I gotta go. I really gotta go. I love you. I'll see you soon. Oh my god. Bye.